Hi, and thanks for tuning in. As you can see, I have two different DVRs in front of me, and the reason that I got those DVRs was because some time ago I bought this this screen. Let me see if I can zoom out a bit. I got this screen from Foxtech, which is a diversity and so on. We can talk more about that later, but one of the features that I was looking for was the DVR. After being using it, I'm not quite satisfied with the DVR feature. So that's why I thought, okay, let get these two and see if they are any better. I don't know if there are any differences in these two. I have not opened them to see. Also haven't looked at YouTube to see if anyone has opened them. Probably are, but I wouldn't be surprised if actually these two are the same DVR. It's just different casing. So what I intend to do is to wire them up so that I can actually, let me see how to get, so I can actually connect them to this monitor and use this monitor and turn it on and record the video. So then I can compare the DVRs on those two, and we can see the quality of the DVR on the screen. So I will have to prepare, I will need to do some soldering to get the connections done so that I can connect them without any hassle to the screen, and also I will need to connect or use these kind of buck converters, because these two only takes 5 volts. So let me do that, and I will get back and we can take a closer look to see what I have done. So I have now prepared both DVRs. It looks like a mess, and it is a mess basically. But just to show it quickly what I've done. So the Eachine ProDVR, it comes with these cables already, with the power cable and for the video, so it's much easier to use. So what I've done, I have used a buck converter to just make sure that I only feed in 5 volts. It only takes 5 volts. With the HMDVR, it's a little bit more complicated because you have to solder yourself. I did the same thing. This is the buck converter for 5 volts. 2 cables that I haven't used. It's for audio, for audio in, audio out. I'm not going to use that at the moment. And also there is one cable for power, and there is one cable for ground, and there is one cable for video in and one cable for video out. However, what I have done is just solder on a connector like this, and I had to make for the video and for the video and for the video out and the video in, I had to make our own ground cable, so everything has a common ground. So that's well, it could have been easier just to put it like that. However, it's easy for me now to just connect power and connect the DVR to the screen so I can look at the screen and record from it. So I'm gonna record on the Eachine one, the HMDVR one, which I think is pretty much the same thing. And I'm also going to record on the screen. What kind of DVR that is, I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to try that anyway. And I'm also going to try to record in D1 quality on all three and in VGA quality on all three, so we can see how that looks. So I'm just going to find a camera that has a decent video quality because I have so let me zoom out a bit. I have this, it works, but it's not, you know, very high quality video. I also have this Aomway, I'm just looking for it, this Aomway camera, and the quality is okay, but it's not great. And also, at least inside, so if perhaps it's better outside. I also have an Owl Plus camera that I'm going to see if I can get to work, and we're going to try it out. So now let's take a closer look at the videos or the recordings that I made on all these three. Well, before we go into the recordings, I just noticed while I was recording that this Eachine ProDVR does not actually work very good. So let me just show you. So if you go into the menu, here I can select size. It says VGA. So if I just click and select any other D1 or HD, press menu again to go to the next setup screen. Press menu again to exit the menu. If I now go into the menu again, it still says VGA. So the only quality selection I can do between VGA, D1 and HD is actually VGA. That's not good. I do not know if it's possible to flash the software on this device. The other, let me just find it, the other DVR, this other DVR works perfectly fine. It's actually exactly the same software, and it works perfectly fine, so we will see as we will see on the recording. But on this Eachine ProDVR, it's only VGA. So actually, I just remember that. Could it be because of the PAL settings? Oh, okay, let's just verify something before we exit this. PAL. Select NTSC. And then we try to select any other quality. No, it's still VGA, so that doesn't do anything. So I'll just put it back to PAL. So it wouldn't help me really because everything else I use is PAL. So okay, anyway, so that's a bummer. I will search around and see if it's possible to upgrade the software on this Eachine device. Yeah, then you know. So that's the only quality that I will be able to show on this Eachine ProDVR is the VGA one. So let's just continue with the recordings. Yeah, so what you see here is the Eachine ProDVR in the VGA resolution. The details, I'm going to put the details in the show notes. But for this one, as I told you earlier, I can only record VGA on this one because of some software problems. And I do not know if it's possible to update the software. So the VGA's resolution is 640 by 480, 25 frames and a bitrate of 12,145 kilobits per second. I also have some night recordings of all of them. In the lower right corner you will see a recording of my Canon camera, so you can see actually how dark it is. So it's the Runcam OL Plus, which is the camera that I'm using. This is not a review of that one, so we're not going to talk about that, but you can see it's quite good. And I think the quality of the recordings is quite good also. So the next up is I think it's just it's the same recording again without the Canon recordings in the corner, but I think it's flyable. I never flying during the night, but I think it's flyable, and the recording is actually not that bad either. So the next one is the HMDVR coming up right now with the D1 resolution. The D1 resolution is 720 by 480 and it's 24 frames, bitrate of 11,269 kilobits per second. And this is actually also quite good. It's flickering a little bit, but sometimes you can see the camera is struggling to keep up with the light, but most of the time it's not bad. The next up is the VGA, which is almost as good, and that's probably because the source is not high resolution. Probably the source is probably VGA. So the resolution is 640 by 480, 24 frames and a bitrate of 13,235 kilobits per second. Yeah, so as soon as we are back here, we will take a look at the HD quality. The HD is 1280 by 720, 24 frames and a bitrate of 24,441 kilobits per second. And I actually think that the D1 and the VGA is better. Not quite sure why, but I do believe that it's because of the source. It's not that high resolution, so it's kind of upscaling it. The next one is D1 resolution at night, and it's also quite good. I do believe it's going to be flyable. I don't know if I will ever be flying during the night because it's actually not legal, but the video quality is not bad. And we are soon coming up for the VGA resolution at night. Here it is, and it's not a huge difference, at least for my eyes. It's a bit dark at the lawn there, but if you are up in the air you will have more light, so it's probably going to be better. And the last video for the HMDVR is the HD at night quality. and it works, but I think the D1 and the VGA resolution was better. You see, it's darker actually. I think it's darker in that resolution. The next up is the Foxtech 7-1000 DVR, I think it's called. And this is the VGA, and if I'm not mistaken, it's the 640 by 640 resolution, and that's the reason why the image is a bit skewed. But it's except for that, it's the recording is not that bad actually. I'm not quite sure how many frames and the bitrate. I will put that in the show notes. And the next up is the D1 resolution for the Foxtech screen. And I think the VGA resolution was better. So if I'm going to use the monitor to record, I will probably record in the VGA mode, VGA resolution. And the last one is the QVGA, which is totally useless. It's just waste. The resolution is 320 by 320. And that makes up the recordings for the 3 different DVRs that I have available. In my opinion, the HMDVR is better, and I do believe that the HMDVR and the Eachine ProDVR is pretty much the same hardware and software. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching, and see you later.